and it was horrible. I gained like 15 pounds and none of my clothes fit. Everybody's been asking like what it is I specifically did. So what I would do was, and I would even do like for the first month and a half, I think I did 2-a-days. Just left my Pilates class and I see the girls are signing up for Pilates now. Love that for you guys. But everybody's been asking like what it is I specifically did to get my body to this point. When Mike and I got together, I gained like 15 pounds of relationship.
Now that's pretty common actually. People get in a relationship to gain relationship weight. Why is that? They're going out together, doing fun things, drinking, eating out more. You're dating. Pretty common.
Weight, and it was horrible. None of my clothes fit.
She says none of her clothes fit. We've all been there before. Now she was very self-aware to realize that her clothes stopped fitting. It's time to do something. This is a very common mistake many of us make. We simply buy larger clothing. I've been there. One good tip: when you do lose weight, give away those extra size clothes. As soon as you start getting tight, you know, hey, I don't have a bigger set of clothes to go into. It will force you to keep your ass in shape.
It's not okay. I've been consistently doing Pilates for like the last year. I've done it for
consistently doing Pilates for the last year, she says. She's done it for a couple of years. Pilates is pretty good. Helps to tone the body. It's not great for losing weight, burning fat, and not as effective as weightlifting for toning the body.
Few years, but I've been really consistent the last year. When I was trying to drop weight, I was working out like 5-6 times a week, and I would even do like for the first month and a half, I think I did 2.
First of all, she's a very pretty lady. That is obvious. Even before she dropped the 15 pounds. However, she was right to drop the 15 pounds. Why? You see it nowadays where many people can't fit into their parents' clothes at the same age. What does that mean? 30-year-old guy, 30-year-old woman can't wear the dress or the suit their dad or mom used to wear at the similar age. We've all gotten bigger. Well, not all of us. Point being is that she recognized the problem. She did something to address it. This is not being fat phobic. She wanted to get back to her old self, not to some new version of herself. And what's considered normal nowadays would not be normal 20, 30, 40 years ago. Just go on YouTube and look up Soul Train, for example, to see what people used to look like when they're dancing. That's typically what adults look like based on their size. And we should applaud her, not chastise her for wanting to get back to her old self. Now we're going to talk about the 2-a-days. Now regarding the 2-a-days, that is not necessary to lose weight. Exercising 5-6 times a week, that is fine. 2-a-days, totally not necessary.
What I would do was, I was in a calorie deficit. I think I maybe was consuming like 1,200 calories in a day max.
Whoa, 1,200 a day maximum? Yeah, that's not enough. Not enough at all. Especially because she's clearly an active lady. She's not fat, 24 years old. A sedentary female, 21, 25 years, should be eating about 2,000 calories per day. If such a woman is moderately active, 2,200 a day. Very active, which clearly this lady is, 2,400 calories a day. She's essentially eating half that amount. She talks about being a caloric deficit. There's no need for it to be in that drastic a caloric deficit. Not necessary at all. I'm pretty sure she had personal trainers, probably dietitian, nutritionist. She has the money, but hey, she should have probably hired me. I wouldn't have had her starving on 1,200 calories a day. Most of my clients, I increase the calories they have to eat because it's a common problem. A lot of people don't eat enough calories. It's a myth out there that a lot of fat people are just eating a ton of calories secretly. No, a lot of them have tried diets, starvation, and they've crushed their metabolism and they're hardly eating. They're eating like 1,000, 1,200, 800 calories a day. Insane. That is crazy.
And I wasn't on like a specific eating regimen. I just was trying to do like meat and veggies and like minimal carbs.
Now she talks about eating meats, vegetables, which is good. Minimal carbs, not a problem. But why minimal carbs? Unless she was dieting for specific events, like perhaps this Met Gala, or to step on stage, or for a wedding, or what have you, there's no need to be doing minimal carbs. Carbs help the muscles look full, helps the muscles look pumped up. Carbs do that. Minimal carbs do not do that. Now, the info she's described with the 1,200 calories, that's at best misleading and at worst dangerous. Why is this? As I mentioned earlier, 1,200 calories is not recommended for most adult females. That's also something that's not sustainable, unless we don't know the full picture. Like I said, maybe she was on a plan where she was dieting down from 2,400 calories perhaps, under supervision, but she doesn't say this, which means the diet advice is even worse. Guaranteed, there are a hell of a lot of people out there, mainly ladies, but even some guys, who are going to try to follow this 1,200 calories a day diet. That is nonsensical, and it will be totally taken out of context. They don't know what else she was doing along with the 1,200 calories per day diet. This is also not sustainable. The weight will simply come back on as soon as she increases her calories, or anybody else who follows such a diet. If you can't see yourself eating the same thing a year from now that you're eating right now, then the diet you're on isn't sustainable. It means when you quit, and you will eventually quit, you'll simply put back on all the weight again. Except it will be 100% fat. Because what I suspect happened here with her 1200 calorie diet is that she not only lost fat, she lost some muscle, which is no bueno, no good. Muscle is metabolic currency. Very hard to get, very necessary. And for the women out there worried about getting big and bulky lifting weights, that's impossible. You don't have the testosterone levels to do this. Think of all the men you've seen in the gym throughout your entire life trying to get muscular, and they cannot get muscular. They have way more testosterone than you. If you see a lady that's buff and muscular, she's most likely taking performance enhancing drugs. I'm just saying.
I had this sprint interval circuit that I would do. So I would do Pilates in the morning, and then I would leave there, and I would sometimes directly go to the gym and hop on the.
So 30 minutes after doing Pilates, that's fine. Even better would have been lifting weights and then doing the cardio. A common mistake people do make is doing cardio first. So she did the right thing, doing cardio after resistance training. Why is that? Multiple reasons, but just common sense. Think about it. If you're tired, you can still do your cardio. But when you're doing something resistance-based, you want all your energy, which is in the beginning. And there are many studies that back this up. Far more effective to lose weight and build muscle if you do your cardio after resistance training. The sprint interval trainings, that's good. Also not really necessary. She could have easily done low intensity, steady state exercise, like just walking on a treadmill or the Stairmaster. Zero risk of injury, much more sustainable. You could easily do it. You're less likely to quit.
Treadmill for 30 minutes. I would do that, or I also like to do like a hike, or I would go run the stairs, just some type of cardio. That's how you do it, because Pilates alone is not going to make you lose weight. It's just going to.
So she pretty much just did a lot of HIIT, high intensity interval training. Again, that's not necessary, because when she did her hiking, I'm guessing that didn't sound like a pleasurable, easygoing hike. Sound like work, because she mentioned it in the same breath as running upstairs. Again, not necessary. She's correct that Pilates will not help you lose weight. A lot of people there do Pilates, Zumba, yoga to lose weight. Those things will not make you lose weight. What makes you lose weight is lifting weights and or doing cardio. But if you have to choose between the two of them, always choose lifting weights. Lifting weights crushes cardio. Think about it. Where are the hottest looking bodies in your gym? Are they on the elliptical machine, the Zumba class? No, they're in the weightlifting section. The hot dudes and hot women, they're always there lifting weights.
Give you long, lean muscles. So yeah, that's how I did it.
And another thing, eating 1200 calories a day and working out twice a day? No. You need to fuel the machine. If you work out twice a day, busting your ass, and you don't feed your body, you know what it's gonna do? You know what it's gonna get rid of? Muscle. Yeah, muscle. Muscle is a luxury. Your body will get rid of it if necessary. If you're starving your body, which is what working out twice a day and 1200 calories is doing, that's starvation. It will shed muscle. You will crush your metabolism. You'll slow your metabolism down, which means eventually when you start eating, you will get fat because you've slowed your metabolism down. It's like you've turned down the furnace. Because you are determined to transform your body, you made it to the end of this video. To get more tips about how to look great and feel even better, check out one of these videos you see on the screen. I'm sure you'll enjoy them. So later's my massive. Me a go long now. For those who don't speak Jamaican patois, that's goodbye, my people.